Hello.
Hello everybody out there. It's Miss Rebecca with the Shaler North Hills Library. Welcome to our 10:15 live streaming of Preschool Express.
Oh, yeah.
But fun for all ages, my friends, I must tell you. My friends, does anybody out there remember how we get started each and every time? You're right, with our ABCs. If you're ready, touch your head. If you're ready, touch your shoulders. If you're ready, touch your elbows. If you're ready, go. I think we're ready. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Very nice, my friends. Get out those zeros. Give your zeros out. I don't see them. Oh, there they are. Here we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are we going to do now? We are going to count backwards from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Very nice, my friends. You know what time it is. Get those rockets out. Here we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. You ready to do that again, Chisa? You on board, Tallulah? Here we go, TJ. This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. Very nice, Jake. Way to go, Nora. Okay. Lucy, Isaac, are you ready? Get your hands out. Here we go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, reach for those toes. If you're happy and you know it, rub your belly. Woo! If you're happy and you know it, rub your belly. Woo! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, rub your belly. Woo! If you're happy and you know it, play the drums right here on your knees. If you're happy and you know it, play the drums right here on your knees. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, play the drums right here on your knees. If you're happy and you know it, get out those Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. If you're happy and you know it, get out those Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, get out those T-Rex arms. it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Oh, very nice, friends. Give yourselves a little round of applause. Okay, my friends, it is time for stories, so if you want to have a seat or just sit nice and still, I'm going to pull up real nice so we can see the pictures. My friends, our first story today is by Sheena Knowles. The title is Edward the Emu, and this is a wonderful book. Now, some of you may know that there's a slightly irritating insurance commercial on that features an emu, but it gives emus an annoying bad name, but not Edward. I digress. Here we go. Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was frankly a bore. So, that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "Ah, the seals are the best anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a seal as well." The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming, and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun, and he balanced a ball on his beak just for fun. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day, till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing to see at the zoo." So, that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and smiled as he said, "The lion's the best anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the lions were roaring, and Edward was too. What's that roar sound like, do you think? Oh, you guys are good. He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day, till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, "Oh, the lion's a beast I shall always detest. The snakes are the things that I like to see best." So, that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If the snakes are the best things, and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day." The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing, and Edward was too. He slipped around the rocks. It was magic to see. Then he curled himself casually up around a tree. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "Oh, the snakes are impressive, I know that it's true, but the emu's by far the best thing at the zoo." "The emu?" gasped Edward. "My goodness, that's me! I'm the thing that woman most likes to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snakes, and the rest. It's Edward the emu she likes to see best." So, that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, then that's easy then. Tomorrow I'm Edward the emu again." Edward ran to the place where he used to reside. But oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. he found himself suddenly face to face with the emu they'd brought in to take Edward's place. The emus considered each other a while. Then the new emu said with a shy little smile,
"Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo."
The end, my friends. You guys were awesome listeners. Give yourselves a little round of applause. Okay, my friends, sit tight. We're cruising into our next story. On Top of Spaghetti by Paul Brett Johnson. I could go for some meatballs. On Top of Spaghetti. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Yodeler Jones Spaghetti Emporium and Musicale. You're just in time to hear about the big sneeze. It all started when they put in that fried fritter fricassee parlor next door. I couldn't haul in a customer with a line and a pull. Yodeler, I said to myself, it's time to upgrade the menu. So, I set out to invent the most delicious meatball this side of Sicily, and I likely did, but the blasted thing didn't stick around long enough for a taste test. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor. And then my poor meatball rolled out of the door. For all I knew, my entire future depended on that runaway meatball. I had to have a bite. I was hot on the trail when it flew to the Piggly Wiggly and hit dear Miss Jenkins smack dab in the squash. "Pardon my meatball," I said. Then I told my tale. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. That wasn't the end of it, though, not by a monkey's tail. My meatball went a-whooshing and a-whizzing, and this time it landed in front of the sheriff's office. "Pardon my meatball," I said. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. Next thing I knew, my meatball zinged all the way to the ballpark. By the time I caught up, some tadwhacker was just about to chomp down. "Pardon my meatball," I said. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody squeezed. Where's that meatball gonna go? That meatball shot to the outfield, boomerang, whizzed by shortstop, flew over the pitcher's mound, and headed directly for home plate. Bad Bubba Jr. was up at bat. Talk about your home run. My meatball zoomed through the wild blue yonder. And where do you reckon it landed? It rolled in the garden and under a bush, and then my poor meatball was nothing but mush. "Yodeler," I said, "you might as well put up a for sale sign." Then, lo and behold, a miracle occurred. The mush was as tasty could be, and by the next day it grew into a tree. The tree was all covered with beautiful moss. It grew great big meatballs and tomato sauce. Know what? Those were the most delicious meatballs this side of Sicily. Nowadays, plenty of folks stop in for a bellyful. I always tell them, though, if you eat spaghetti all covered with cheese, hold on to your meatball and don't ever sneeze.
Miss Rebecca, is that the true story of On Top of Spaghetti?
You know,
I don't think I ever knew that.
It may very well be. It could use some more investigation.
Okay.
And
okay.
you know, if you find yourself these days with extra time on your hands,
Yeah.
and considering things to Google safely with super special grown-ups, On Top of Spaghetti may be a good option.
Yeah, I didn't
Just
realize
saying,
that.
You know,
All right,
unless
cool.
you're too hungry,
Yeah,
then maybe not.
That's true.
You know. Okay, my friends, we're ready for our next story. Are you ready? Here we go.
Okay.
My Happy Year by E. Bluebird. Actually, it's by Paul Meisel. My Happy Year. A Nature's Diary. June 1st. Today is my birthday. I can't see yet. When I stick my head up and open my beak, Mom and Dad feed me. June 2nd. It feels like there are other birds around me. Mom stays with us to keep us warm when she's not getting food. June 4th. I still can't see. Eating lots of bugs. I am growing fast. June 6th. I can see now, and there are 3 other baby birds. We eat almost all day long. Beetles, crickets, caterpillars, grasshoppers, moths, spiders. Yum! June 7th. Mom isn't sleeping with us anymore. Some feathers are starting to grow. I can see my wings. At night, we sleep close to stay warm. June 9th. Eating all these bugs makes me poop. Mom takes my poop sack out of the nest. Good thing, it gets pretty yucky in here. June 14th. I have real wings now. The others are talking about leaving the nest. I like it in here. It's safe. A big bird comes by and looks inside. He's too big to reach us, so he flies away. Phew! He looked hungry. June 18th. It's getting too crowded. One of us is ready to leave. He hops to the hole and jumps. He flaps his wings and falls to the ground. Mom tells him to get up and fly. He flaps some more and flies to the branch where Dad is. Wow! June 19th. The others leave the nest too. They flap and fly up into a tree. I don't want to leave yet. I'm afraid. June 20th. I can see Mom and Dad feeding my siblings up in a tree. Mom comes to feed me too. She wants me to leave the nest, but I still don't want to. June 21st. Where's my family? I can hear them singing, but I can't see them. I'm hungry, but Mom hasn't come with any food. Okay, it's time to be brave. I stand in the hole, take a deep breath, and jump. I flap and flap and flap. I'm flying. I land in a tree. My family comes to see me. July 4th. Flying is amazing. Through the trees, over the meadows and streams. Everything is so beautiful from up here. What's this guy saying? Ooh, ooh, ooh. September 14th. Fall is coming. Mom tells me that it's time to go someplace warm. September 28th. I see a flock of bluebirds. We're going south. I catch up with my family just in time. October 4th. Oh, So much flying. We stopped to rest. Luckily, there are more bugs here than back home. Then we're on our way again. October 7th. We made it! It's warm and sunny. Lots of tasty bugs. Cats, too. I have to be careful. February 27th. Months have passed. The days are getting longer. Guess what? It's time to travel back north. A flock of bluebirds gathers and we're off. March 12th. I'm home! It's still cold out, but there are lots of berries to eat. April 29th. It's getting warmer. Time to look for a mate. I find one, and he picks a pretty house for us. May 15th. I build a nest out of grass while he guards the house. May 22nd. I lay 5 perfect blue eggs. I sit on them. In a couple of weeks, my chicks will hatch. June 4th. Look at my beautiful chicks. I am so happy. The end, my friends. Awesome listeners, give yourselves a little round of applause. My friends, before our last story, let's get out our muffins, shall we? All 3 of them. Do you have them up? Are you ready? Oh, do I see all 3? All 3. Here we go. There were 3 little muffins in the bakery shop. You know that kind with the honey and the nuts on top. In came a boy with a penny to pay, and he grabbed that muffin and he ran away. We had 3. The boy just... 2. You are right. 2. Show me 2. Show me 2. There were 2 little muffins in the bakery shop. You know that kind with the honey and the nuts on top. In came a girl with a penny to pay, and she grabbed that muffin and she ran away. Friends, we had 2. What do we... 1! You're right, 1! Hold it up, hold it up. Here we go. There was 1 little muffin in the bakery shop. You know that kind with the honey and the nuts on top.
In came a little old lady with a penny to pay, and she grabbed that muffin and she hobbled away.
Friends, we had 1 muffin. The old lady just took off with it. How many do we have now? 0! You're right! Is this a problem? Might be. Here we go. There were 0 little muffins in the bakery shop. You know that kind with the honey and the nuts on top. In came a dinosaur with a penny to... There were no more muffins to buy that day.
I love
Good
that.
job, my friends! Give yourselves a little round of applause, my friends.
That was really good.
Thank you. You're the master of the muffins. I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
My friends, this is, I always say it's one of my favorite stories to read. This is my all-time,
Dude.
forever favoriteest story ever to read. And it's not just because my husband's name is George. This is just a wonderful story.
Lucy and Bubba love this one too.
It's so good. Isn't it, Lucy and Bubba?
I think they do.
So good. Here we go. Bark George by Jules Pfeiffer.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Starts off real subtle and smooth. Bark, George. George's mother said, "Bark, George." George went,
Meow.
"No, George," said George's mother. "Cats go,
Meow.
dogs go, arf. Now, bark, George." George went,
Quack, quack.
No, George, said George's mother. Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now, bark, George. George went, No, George, said George's mother. Pigs go, dogs go arf. Now, bark, George. George went, Moo. George's mother took George to the vet.
I'll soon get to the bottom of this,
Said the vet.
Please bark, George.
George went.
Meow.
The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. What?
Bark again, George.
George went.
Quack, quack.
The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. Oh!
Bark again, George.
George went. The vet reached deep, 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 deep down inside of George and pulled out a pig. Oh!
Bark again, George.
George went. Moo. The vet put on his longest latex glove. Then he reached deep, 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 deep down inside of George and pulled out a cow.
Bark again, George.
George went, arf. George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet and the cat and the duck and the pig and the cow. On the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, bark, George. And George went, hello. The end, my friends. That was Bark, George. And that was preschool story time. My friends, though, before you go, I want you to give yourselves a big giant round of applause. You guys are awesome listeners. And now, if you have a long sleeve, pull it up. And it's okay if you don't have a long sleeve, just so your arms out. It's time for imaginary stamps. So, I want you to shut your eyes and think in your beautiful imaginative brains of a stamp, a pretend stamp that if you could have right now, you would. Is it a dinosaur? Is it a digger truck? Is it a cat? Is it a snowman? Is it a unicorn? Okay, so you have it in your brain? So you can open your eyes now and get out your little stamper and put it in your favorite color of ink. This is all pretend, my friends. And then get your stamper and... Ooh, what a cool puppy dog. I know. Now, my friends, don't touch your pretend stamp right away because you don't want to smear it all around, My friends, this was an awesome time. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Oh, there's a cat out the window.
What?
Look, shh, be slow. It's a black and white cat.
There
Do you see it?
is. I don't know
Zoom
if you
in.
see it. You can't zoom in on the Facebook Live.
Oh.
Dude, I don't know if you can see it. It's black and white. Oh,
It's
do you see it?
walking.
It's walking. Oh, it's gone. Yesterday, I saw a duck in the middle of the parking lot.
You did.
Not a
You
goose,
keep
a real
seeing
duck.
these animals.
Do we have to go now?
We're going now, my friends. My friends, it's been a wonderful time. We will see you all next time. If you were with us last Friday, we had trouble turning off the live stream, so we'll see what happens this Friday.
Oh, and tomorrow we're back out east again, O'Hara Township at 10:30. O'Hara Township live.
Very nice. Bye, friends.
All right,
Have
we love
a wonderful,
you.
beautiful
Bye.
day. Goodbye.
Let's see if it turns off.